Amit Jain. He is joining us now in a Fox Business exclusive. Amit, I have to tell you, I was at Lisa Su's keynote address, and when you came out on stage and started showing how your technology can convert a script, even just a basic outline of a script, to an entire movie, I watched the audience. Their jaws were dropping. And then you started to show some of how it actually looks, and it looked pretty darn good as far as I'm concerned. Tell me what you think of all that's going on and what you think your technology can actually do and how it might change the whole Hollywood landscape.
Thanks for having me, Liz. What we showed at CES during the AMD keynote is sort of the signs of things to come. So at Luma, we are building AI for creative work. And we believe that this is one of the biggest opportunities in AI because, currently, we have systems that have gotten so good at text-based things like coding and producing copy, ChatGPT, these kinds of things. The next frontier is going to be in visual storytelling. It's going to be in production of entertainment. It's going to be in learning and teaching and education. So that's what we're building at Luma. And what you saw was a glimpse of our upcoming product and models where we are building agents. 2026 is the year when we switch from AI being capable of making small clips or being able to solve tiny problems, however impressively, to an era where AI will take on more and more sections of work. So you can start from 0 and it can help you go all the way up to 0.7, 0.8 out of 1, right? So it will do more and more of the end-to-end work. And the software and the system that allows that, we call them agents. And 2026 will be the year of AI agents. And what I showed the glimpse of was a creative agent that is able to take in, high level to very detailed directions from a director, from a creative artist, and then partner with them and help them build entire storylines. So one person or a very few people, a small group of 5 or 10 people, can do what currently is done by large studios.
Okay,
and I think that is a
hold
revolution,
up there, because
not an evolution.
what we're showing on screen, can we take the video full? Anissa, if we could, full on screen so that people can really see. Some of it looks like video games, but the rest of it, this is what I think had the audience really fascinated. I mean, it looks very, very real. So how does your technology work to make the skin on a human's face look like an actual human?
Yeah. So we train models that are able to generate videos, but also that are able to think and understand. So the big gap in this market today is, people have image models and video models, image generation, video generation models, but they have no intelligence. We train models that are able to understand the context of the movie, right? What happened to a character 10 minutes ago? So if the character died, they shouldn't appear, 10 minutes later. They understand instructions of directors and artists and things like that, and they understand how to render pixels really, really well. So
so what you are telling me is that this is a reasoning video model. It can reason how the scene should go.
Correct. I think you got that exactly right. So we call Ray 3 with the world's first reasoning video model. And in language, the reasoning means the model will generate a lot of text and think. In our space, reasoning means it is able to imagine visuals, right? It's able to daydream in its head. And before giving out an answer, producing a video, it actually thinks what should be. So it is able, in short, it is able to model the world and then give you a great answer or give you, a great clip that generally works much better than what anyone else has in the market.
And let me ask you this about how fast it does it, because I'm going to rewind the clock here for some of our viewers. 2009, I went out to California and to DreamWorks Animations, where they were rendering for the animation of a whole bunch of movies, Madagascar, How to Train Your Dragon. And this is some of the video. And I was with these editors, and they said it takes thousands of man-hours to actually render these and have the entire thing look real. How quickly can you turn a script into something that looks real?
We are still bound by the creativity of the person who is actually operating these things, but it is radically fast. So generating a 10-second clip takes us about 25 to 30 seconds. And if you imagine, right, through iterative and creative process, we have heard from some of our studio partners, and actually, we are doing an immense amount of effort in LA, including opening a studio. They are able to do production of 10-minute footage a day.
So how many people could you turn
That for a second,
3 or 10 people
of production grade in a day. So a 90-minute movie in 9 days.
in 9 days? Okay, the creative community is freaking out right now. But that said, are you telling me that 3 to 10 people could become their own movie studio?
Yeah. This is actually not a future projection. So what we're seeing right now is Hollywood is divided in 2 areas. One is like, people who are gung-ho and they're like, this is the future. And I'll tell you why this is the future. 2025, Hollywood jobs shrank 25%, while the entire entertainment and media industry actually grew from 2.8 trillion to 3.2 trillion, right? Massive industry, while Hollywood is shrinking. So there's like these 2 camps of people. One of them is like, no, this is the future, this is what we got to do. And the other is like, many people, and including some studios, some of our partners are very forward, and some of them are like, really, really retrogressive thinking. So what is happening right now is those people who cannot wait, they're actually leaving these studios, forming tiny, like, 5, 10, 20-person groups.
Sure.
And they are sending us 90-minute scripts to approve. And then, like, we don't approve, we don't know anything about that, right? Like, that's not what we do as a business. But we are seeing not like, as a theoretical thing. Actually, this is what people are doing. And it's going to be a revolution in like, coming months.
I mean, we got to run, but how is it subscription-based? How do people use your technology?
Yeah. So we have a tool that you can go sign up for $10 a month actually to start it out, and then you can also work with us as an enterprise, and we'll bring the whole 9 yards to you.
Amit Jain of Luma. When I saw you on stage and I saw what your company's technology could do, I said we have to get you on. And again, important to note, you're partnering with Advanced Micro Devices chips to do this. Thank you so much, and please come back. I want to see what movies, how really realistic they do look. So we'll have you back again.